Hi guys, and welcome back to LPB Racing for our mixed championship. This is race 3 now. As you can see, it's slightly darker. It's 7 o'clock in the evening for this race. Again, the Ginettas. It's the Foster's circuit this time, the really short one. Random grid. TY gets pole from Lilliam and Footman. And away we go. I think that's a good start at the back from Blakeney. Blakeney gets past a couple of cars, RZR and Stevie by the look of it, as we come down towards the first corner. Now into Old Hall. Everyone through there cleanly there. We're looking at Bidzster. As everyone folds down towards the Cascades little kink, and almost 3 wide in the middle. And then we come down through the Cascades kink into Foster's. Oh, Nick Ash goes wide over the curbs. Them curbs will absolutely throw your car off in the air. Not really. Oh, Bidzster having a look up the inside of Blake there, but no way through. But yeah, those curbs on the exit of the Foster's right-hander, very treacherous indeed. You've really got to watch out for them as Stevie goes around the outside of Bidzster after having to lift for Blakeney, losing momentum. So Stevie up into 7th place now as TY in the lead there by 1.2 seconds from Lilliam and Footman as we go into Lodge. Camera's gone funny. Oh, Lilliam's gone off the road. Oh, Lilliam goes off at Lodge. Oh no, Lilliam off the road all the way back from 2nd to 11th. Incredible. Unlucky there for Lillian, but everyone else close down the straight. We've got Stevie and I think that's Blake. Let's have a look. Stevie and Bidzster close. Oh, Bidzster over the curb, but he'll have lost time doing that, just like Seat 1 does there. As we go down the hill in towards Cascades there, and then Foster's into the Foster's right-hander. Very tight corner. Nick Hash with Blakeney at the inside. Contact between them two. Oh, and just misses Stevie as he comes back on the road there, Blakeney. So Blakeney back there. So we'll get a replay on that. Here's a replay of what happened between Blakeney and Nick Hash. You see, Blakeney goes into the corner. Nick Hash runs wide. They both run wide anyway, and then over the curb. So no harm done there really. Just both made an error at the same time, just in different ways. Replay on that. So we come up Clay Hill, up towards Druids now. There's Stevie. Let's have a look at the 2nd and 3rd. There's Cyrex and Footman, 2nd and 3rd. TY with a 1.4 second lead now. So heading down towards Lodge Corner. Cyrex looks up the inside. Footman, oh, he's gone wide. Footman goes very wide, and Cyrex says, "Thank you very much, I'll take that position." Cyrex up to 2nd place. Bidzster now with a good run on Footman as well. So watch here. Bidzster might get through. As he goes to the inside, Footman doesn't even bother to defend because he knows Bidzster's got the overspeed. Bidzster up the inside into Old Hall. Meanwhile, a bit further back, Seat 1 and Nick Hash into Turn 1. Nick Hash round. Oh, Neil Farmick with a little nudge to Seat 1 saying, "Come on in, Sunshine, get on with it." Oh, Lillian very wide there. Got to watch out for the track limits as we come down towards Cascades and Foster's again. So Nick Hash there. As we look back at Neil Farmick close to Blakeney as well. So there's Neil Farmick with, oh, and behind. Oh, car goes off. I think that was Lillian. Lillian hits the curb and goes right over. There he goes, rejoining Nick with RZR Blade coming up. So Lillian, one mistake on them little curbs, and it just shows that it can really ruin your race. So he's gone all the way from 2nd to last now, unfortunately for Lillian. So hopefully he can come back. Meanwhile, Footman is back ahead of Bidzster. So back ahead of Bidzster. Bidzster must have made a mistake somewhere. So Bidzster's up the inside again though at Lodge, and clean as a whistle through. Footman just goes wide, giving him a bit of extra room there. So no track limits there. As Stevie comes up to him now. Stevie flashes his light, saying, "Look behind you, it's me." So Stevie looking into Old Hall, no way through there. Nick Seat 1 up the inside of Nick Hash into Old Hall. Whoa, side by side, a little bit of contact as well, but nothing that could be avoided there as Nick Hash resumes that position. Seat 1 sensibly lifting off. Meanwhile, just in front, Footman and Stevie still close in towards the Foster's right-hander. Very close indeed. Oh, in the background, Nick Hash goes wide. Oh, a bit of contact there as well. Oh, Neil Farmick off the road, so we'll get a replay on that as well, just to make sure there wasn't any contact. On board with Neil Farmick now to see what happened down into Foster's on lap 4. So we go a bit wide here onto the grassy Seat there ahead. Blakeney tries to go up the inside, folds out. Blakeney goes wide. We go on the curbs and then have a really, really rough time, and then just Seat 1 and Nick Hash, just a slight bit of contact out the corner, but no harm done. So as we resume from that, Neil, there he is. A bit further back there, Keith behind as well. Going towards Druids. There's Nick Hash and Blakeney close together as well. We'll keep an eye on this coming down towards Lodge. Both cars moving around. Nick Hash defending the inside from Blakeney in towards Lodge corner. Oh, Nick Hash goes a bit wide. Blakeney's looking at the inside. Contact! Both make contact and into the barriers, and then Blakeney makes contact again and goes right round. Oh, we can't see the camera. Oh no, the camera's gone funny. I'll have to switch cameras there, but we'll get a replay on that just to see what happened. Okay, here's a replay from the outside camera of what happened between Blakeney and Nick. So Nick goes in the inside, defends, goes slightly wide, but then comes back across and then just takes his line. It's Blakeney, and then Blakeney goes round again, trying to recover. And Neil very lucky to avoid him there. And then Blakeney recovers, gets back on the road very quickly, and gets going again. And now we'll have a look at that from the onboard. So we're on board with Blakeney now, so see Nick Hash defending there. So it goes a little bit wide, we see an opportunity, and then the door ends up being closed, and then as he comes back on, contact again, spin, and then whoa, there's Neil Farmack with the closest shave of the season so far. And then Blakeney rejoins in 10th position. So as we come back from that, there's Blakeney rejoining, Lillian passing him, so Blakeney's gone back down to 11th place there, so that's sort of put a dampener on his race as well. But Footman following Bidzster, so Bidster's in front of Footman, so Bidster's been released. So Bidzster through. Footman 4th, Stevie 5th, Seek 6th. And then we've got, Nick Hash is off the road. Oh no, Nick Hash has gone off the road. Was the contact there? There's another car off as well. I think that's Seek. So Seek and Nick off the road. So we'll get a replay on that. Here's a replay of what happened between Seek 1 and Nick Hash just on lap 5. So Seek 1 goes into Foster's, into it, hits the curb, 2 wheels, hits those murderous curbs on the outside, and then loses control. Nick Hash is in the wrong place at the wrong time, and more contacts made. And now Seek 1's on the international and island chicane, and then sensibly rejoins at the back. Let's have a look at that now from on board Nick Hash. So you see Seek 1 going through here, all very nice, onto the brakes, and then into the Foster chicane, hits the curb, 2 wheels, then over those murderous curves, and then he's sideways, and then we're just in the wrong place at the wrong time with Nick Hash. So no one's fault there, just Seek runs wide, makes an error, and then as he comes across, Nick Hash was just an innocent bystander. So as we come back from that, Nick Hash battling with Lillian. Into Druids. Oh, and Nick and Blakeney go wide, and it's Blakeney's like he's stuck to the back of him. It's like Scale Electric, just both following each other. There we go. They both rejoin, and then Seat 1's going to come up. So we'll just keep an eye on this still. Then Seat 1 comes up and goes left and goes right round the both of them and into Lodge corner. So Seat 1 makes up place. Oh no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Nick Hash follows Seat 1 off this time. Roll reversal. Oh no, and Nick Hash has gone round. Just lost it on the gravel. Oh, amazing. So Nick Hash goes round, unfortunately, back down to 12th place. Seat 1 in 11th. Just shows you how much it can change in the space of a lap. Lillian's back up to 8th place now. There he is. But meanwhile, at the front, half a second between Cyrex and TY. This is going to be the battle to watch for the majority of the race now. TY and Cyrex. So Cyrex, after missing race 2 due to accidentally pressing the exit button rather than the start race button. So unlucky for Cyrex there. But everyone's done it, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. But Cyrex now, just trying to close upon TY, keep that pressure on. Using all the road possible to try and keep with TY. And to come across the line, slightly closes up. Everyone else a bit more spread out now, but I'm sure things will close up towards the end. There's all TY there wide. We've got to watch out for them track limits. You can get let off once, but the thing is, it's not really a track limits because he's slowed himself up. Cyrex has closed right up, so it's only a track limit if you go wide enough to actually gain an advantage and actually take that advantage. If you actually go wide and then you lift out of it and you lose loads of time, then that's when the steward will probably let you off with it. But if you do it numerous times, then you will be getting a penalty for it. But you can go half a car over and get away with it, that's fine, but usually going that far up on the curbs in these cars causes you to lose more time than you have gained anyway. So that's one thing to watch out for when you see people run wide or what could be considered as track limits. It might not always be at first, it depends on the aftermath afterwards, because if another car closes up and attempts a pass, then it would probably not count as track limits. But if that car did pull away, then it would be a track limits. So as we start lap 8 now. TY into Old Hall, still in the lead, still keeping a consistent pace, so he's matching whatever Syrex can throw at him. Oh, Bidzster over the curb there, very, very close to being a track limits there. Might even have been one, so you've got to be careful there, Bidzster, even though you're trying hard to catch up. Can't go too fast because you'll get penalties. Meanwhile, further back we've got Azadar and Seat 1 quite close as well, so 10th and 11th place battling it out. Azadar quite close to the pit wall, then moves back across, and oh, he's more or less on the grass, so got to watch the dirt on the tyres into the corner. And oh, very wide there as well. Will he you know, he's on the grass, he's slowing down. Seat 1's going to go up the inside into Cascades, there he goes, into the little kink at Cascades, left and right, and then down towards the Fosters right-hander and takes 10th place. Oh, Azadar over the curbs there, very, very wide, and now he might even lose out to Nick Hash here. Yep, he has. Azadar goes back down to 12th and last place. Nick Hash takes advantage of that mistake. Meanwhile, already crossing the line, probably about half a lap ahead on this short Foster's circuit. It's only 1.2 miles, 1.3 miles in length, so it's not very long at all. So as Bidzster there up in the curbs as well, really trying to catch up. Meanwhile, Syrex right behind TY. The pressure will be fearless for TY. Or should I say, the pressure will be on, and Syrex is going to try and be fearless and stick right up behind him, showing him all the pressure all the way. We'll just have a quick look back at Stevie. There he is with Liliam closing. So Liliam's definitely closing on Stevie there. So Stevie's got to watch out behind him. If Liliam can keep up this pace, he'll definitely be on the back of him in a few laps. So Liliam doing a good job there for Team Black after a fairly bad start, because he was second in the race and then lost it at Lodge Corner, and then all the way back down to more or less last place, and then now he's made it up to 8th from other people's misfortunes. So let's hope he can keep up the good pace from now. So TY out of Lodge, still ahead. Syrex slightly closer again. So Syrex closing, a little bit of a draft in these Ginettas, but not that much, because they've not got that much speed to them. Probably doing about 110, 120 at the end of the straights maximum, that's about it. So the Ginetta Juniors probably doing about 90 to 100, so they're a good 20-30 mile an hour faster than the other ones, but still it's hard to get a draft because there's not that much air to be moving out the way. But Syrex, don't think Syrex needs a draft really. He's still keeping on the back of TY, keeping that pressure there as they go up Clay Hill. Both cars looking quite nicely balanced as they go through the corners. Let's watch as we go into Druids. You'll see TY's smooth actions and smooth lines into the corner, smoothly round, and then on the outside, nice and smooth. Oh, he goes a bit wide there. Just as I start talking about TY's smoothness, he goes wide, and now he's really going to have to defend. And also, he'll have dirt on his tyres as well, so he's got to watch that into the braking zone. As you see there, just a bit of understeer on turning. Syrex closes up right now, right to the back. This could be Cyrex's chance. TY goes right to the left-hand side, and to the right-hand side, left-hand side of the picture, and defends the line. Syrex trying to get the cut back. TY uses a bit of curb, but not too much. Oh, Bidzster uses a lot of curb, and almost gets a track limit penalty there, so he's got to be very careful of that. There's too much of that, and it will be a track limits, but he's not been too bad so far. As we go out of that corner, she's visually closer. Bidzster is closing. This could turn to a 3-horse race at the end of this. As they go up Clay Hill, and he's flashing his lights again. Let's have a little look back. Liliam behind Stevie still as we go. Oh, he's fallen back from Stevie now, so he must have made a little mistake somewhere. Blakeney and Seeker closing up to him as well, so he's got to watch out for going more backwards. See Blakeney there closing up on the brakes. Blakeney! Oh, he was closing up on the brakes, and then he's gone backwards on the curbs. So the curbs playing another vital part in this race. So again, you go too wide onto them curbs, and it really destroys you, especially in these cars, because of the slower nature anyway. And Bidzster flashing his lights there, saying, "I'm coming for you." The pressure's on, just trying to disturb Syrex a bit. But Syrex not phased, keeping his eyes forward, focused on TY. Bidzster over the curbs again. Footman into Old Hall on his own in 4th place. Neil, there he is alone in 5th place. So Team White 4-5 as we look at Keith with Stevie behind. So Stevie closing up on Keith falling back a bit. So that could be a battle to watch out for in the next few laps. It might be a battle to watch right now, because Stevie closes right up to the back of Keith after running wide out of that corner. He's onto the brakes to go. Slightly defensive line from Keith, just to make sure Stevie's not going to try anything ballsy. As they go into the run up Clay Hill. Keith still in front, just absorbing that pressure. Meanwhile, TY's 8/10 ahead of Cyrex now. He's pulled out the gap a little bit, so he must have put in a very fast lap there. Bidzster's fallen off a little bit from Cyrex as well, so it looks like TY's managed to get the rhythm and get the foot. Oh, Cyrex very wide there, very wide, but he lost a lot of time with that because he went all the way out to the grass. Yeah, you can see there he's lost even more time. He's gone from 8/10 to just over a second, so he's lost time there as they come out of that corner. So Bidzster will be a bit close to Cyrex now. Lap 13 of 14. Meanwhile, Keith and Stevie very close as well for 6th and 7th positions as they go through Old Hall. Keith a bit slower through there. Stevie's got a good line through Old Hall, and he seems to get closed up every time towards Foster's, but it's actually getting the move done because this Alton Park Foster circuit is so easy to defend on. Because all you got to do is stick to the right and you more or less keep your place. Keith goes a little bit wide there. Will Stevie be able to park the car up the inside? Coming up towards the next corner, yes he will, as we got a car off in the background. That's Lil Yam, but we'll keep with this for now. Stevie and Keith still side by side. Stevie has to lift and loses time. There he is. Stevie loses speed up the hill because he had to lift because he went towards the grass. He's had a little bit of a wobble on, so Stevie lifting out and Keith back through into 6th place. Lil Yam losing time there from that running wide as we saw in the background. So TY on his last lap, Cyrex behind, trying to catch up, but I think TY, unless he makes a major mistake now, he's got this race more or less in the bag if he can just keep this consistency up. There's Bidzster closing up to Cyrex as well, but I don't think Bidzster's going to be close enough to Cyrex at the end of this either. But here's Keith and Stevie, they're not done yet. As they go into Old Hall, almost contact, as Keith goes round and keeps the speed. Stevie's trying to pull alongside down towards the Kink at Cascades as we go in towards the Avenue and Cascades. Stevie up on the curb. Stevie goes around the outside of Cascades and gets the job done into Foster's. So Stevie ahead into 6th place there. Brave stuff as they go up the little hill now. But as we watch TY coming out of the last corner, he wins race 3 at Alton Park in the Mixed Championship. Race 3 victory to TY. Cyrex in 2nd place, Bidzster in 3rd. Footman's going to cross the line in 4th place with his teammate Neil Farmack right behind him. So Footman and Neil 4th and 5th. Stevie is just ahead of Keith now, so I think he's more or less got this sewn up unless he makes a major mistake down here. Keith tries to close up under brakes, but not much he can do here. So as they come up towards the line, Stevie takes 6th place, Keith 7th, Lil 8th, Blakeney over there in 9th place. Seek 1 coming down to Lodge Corner now. That's why the camera's zoomed in. It's waiting for him to come out of it. There he is. Seek 1, they're going to come across the line in 10th position. Nick Hash 11th. And unfortunately, again, RZR DNF refuses to finish across the line, so 0 points for RZR Blade. I still don't understand why he does that. Okay guys, let's take you through these results then. So TY was your victor in that. It was an independent by 1.2 seconds from Cyrex of Team Blue in 2nd. 3rd was Bidzster in Team Black, 3 seconds behind the leader as we go to the next page. Footman and Neil next for Team White, 4th and 5th. Then it was Stevie for Team Red in 6th position. Keith for Team Green in 7th place, followed home by Lil Yam for Team Black in 8th. 9th is Blakeney for other Team Green car. Seek 1 for Team Blue in 10th. 11th is Nick Hash. 12th is RZR Blade for Team Red, who was a DNF unfortunately, so 0 points for him. And there's your winner, TY. So TY's your winner, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.